All right, so
Wait.
we are recording. It's officially live. We're gonna try to do this in one take. I'm looking at myself and she is too, so we're gonna turn this. Okay, I took some notes, as you can tell. I don't even know if you can hear me because she had the mic down. She's terrible at this.
Okay.
You want to start it off? You just pick one. This is in no particular order. This is just a rundown of the real of what it was like traveling to Tulum. Oh, by the way, this is like multiple days later after we didn't got home.
And moved.
And
Gone back to work. And
yeah, it's the whole thing. But we'll just try to stick to like Tulum. And that's it.
I'll start with the driving. The driving with the personal driver in the shuttle was absolutely insane. Made you nauseous. It's a two-way road going there and back.
Ain't no speed limit.
There were speed limit signs, but I couldn't read what they were. And they basically played chicken on the highway. And
literally, full speed, going straight.
Swerved in and out of vehicles.
Full speed. And they're going like this. It ain't no slowing down.
So we constantly were tapping each other, trying to send each other text messages with no service.
Look, you know that look like, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it or
not? So that was not the worst part, but it was very different from Dallas, and Dallas has very, very bad drivers.
Don't even say Dallas. The USA, period.
Mexico is definitely built different. So
I think next I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna keep this one for last.
That goes along with it.
Oh yeah. Along with driving, it'll have to be the exits off of the 2-lane freeways. It's not really an exit. It's just like a matter of fact. I'm gonna research and find a picture of it, and I'm gonna put it in right here. I couldn't really find a picture of it like I wanted to, and this is the best thing I could find. So we gonna work with it. Bam! Right when it paused right here, you can see the little offshoot to the right. That's what I was talking about. But it's really not an exit. You just kind of go off into the, not shoulder. The median, the shoulder, and then it's just like a duck off, like real quick. And everybody behind you still going full speed. They don't give a damn about your life.
It's kind of like that trying to enter the road too. You're just hanging on the shoulder and zoom in as soon as you can.
And then when we was exiting, I'm not even sure if you noticed this. When we left the resort, the shuttle driver, he had to like do a U-turn. You remember? Yeah,
and it was like a double U-turn on a two-way road.
And it was cars coming full speed, not giving a damn. So he bust a U-turn, and it wasn't enough space to make the turn, but he stayed in the shoulder, and hopefully the cars was paying attention and not texting and driving, and we made it safely.
Yeah, that was...
Next up, I'm gonna talk about the food at the resort. Now, bruh, being for real, bruh. When I tell you it was hit and miss, like sometimes you'll go to the buffet and you'll get there like when they first start serving.
When it's fresh.
And the food will be fire. But when I tell you, if you're an hour too late, you're done. And your stomach is done as well.
Been sitting there, sitting out, flies, all
it
the
don't
things.
even matter. Oh, birds will literally steal your food.
Off your plate.
No joke.
Yeah.
And speaking of the food, when I tell you I had the worst case of bubble guts I'd ever had in my whole entire life, and it's not even funny, and no matter what medicine I was taking, first of all, y'all out of line, because I know y'all did this on purpose. Y'all will mess up our stomachs, and then y'all will charge $30 for a damn bottle this small of Pepto-Bismol that don't even work.
Yeah, it's true.
Both of us, it hit me the hardest, I think, but both of us still not the same.
No, it was taking turns back and forth
on the single toilet
for one room, one bathroom.
Matter of fact,
toilet.
I took a picture of the pills that I had to finally buy that started working, that allowed me to make it from the resort to the airport, and it still wasn't all the way straight. But I'm gonna insert a picture right there.
Sitting on the toilet.
It was like a off-brand version of like Imodium. And the Pepto wasn't the same either.
Oh, nothing. I don't know how to describe it. Like the sodas, the water in the can
Was dense, thick.
I don't know. Like you literally just got to try it for yourself to understand. Even if it's cold, it's just not the same.
The first night, the food was bad. Which was the Mexican food restaurant. And then we went to the Asian restaurant. That was good.
Fire. That was my favorite.
Then we went to the steakhouse. That's where we finally found the daiquiris, which was the drink that I was looking for the entire time. Not the margaritas.
Oh, yeah. I think the video already got a picture of it.
And then... but the steakhouse, the steak wasn't good. And then we went
It was too fatty.
Italian, which I thought was really good.
Italian was fire.
We went there twice. And then, like you said, the buffet was hit and miss. Breakfast was pretty good.
Breakfast was pretty good.
Lunch and dinner, you had to pick and choose.
They had some of the best salmon I ever had, though, for sure.
Don't forget your octopus.
Oh, yeah, that's already in there, too. It was okay. I mean, I won't go out my way to have it again, but it wasn't terrible. I don't know if that was what messed up my stomach, but hey, I can't call it.
Okay. Like our, what was he called? The bellhop. Like he helped us at the lobby to bring our luggage to our room and took us back when we were leaving.
His name was what, Isaiah?
Isaias. And we were basically asking, like, what do we need to look out for? Because we saw the iguanas everywhere, and we didn't know what other type of, like, animals we need to look out for. And there were Mexican raccoons.
I put in that good clip of that one.
I did not know the name, and I sounded like an idiot and called them Zaboomafoo.
Yeah. But that would do.
They literally crossed our road, if you will, between the casas, and it was like, what, 6 of them?
It was plenty of them.
And
It was more in the little breezeway.
Went across the little road. He called them Mexican chickens, but I think the iguanas were more like Dallas, like stray cats or something.
They was everywhere.
They were on every corner, everywhere.
And they don't give a damn if you sitting right there. They coming in.
No, he was on one of the lounge chairs at the pool, and the big, huge male iguana lizard, whatever it was right under his chair. So
last thing I want to talk about was the best part of the trip, if you ask me. Where would you list it?
It was pretty fire. It was fun.
What was the best part of the trip, though?
I would say that.
The Asian food?
No. You talking about our excursion?
No, I'm saying, what was your best highlight of the trip, period?
Probably the excursion.
Okay.
Swimming with the sea turtles and the cenote.
First of all, snorkeling is overrated.
Side note, he had to snorkel with bubble gut diarrhea. So that doesn't count.
It wasn't even because of that, though. It was more of like my snorkel mask was, I guess it was too small or not fitted enough. I don't know what it was. But every time
got to snorkel with sea turtles, and when you snorkel with sea turtles, you can only use your hands because they are on the surface, but then they swim up, so you can't risk like kicking them. And he was kicking his feet like
I got in
crazy.
trouble. Yeah, I got in trouble for kicking my feet.
Oh, but our tour guide, his name was Luis.
He was a cool dude. I wish we could had a picture of him.
And our tour group's name was the Sexy Group.
The Sexy Group.
And he was the sexy tour guide. So every time he needed to get our attention, he would say, "Okay, sexy group," and then we kind of just fell in line.
Back to what I was saying, though. The this was the excursion, and we couldn't. This was probably like, I hated that we didn't do this, but I should have just risked my camera. I mean, my cell phone, because we didn't bring our cell phone like to actually record or take pictures. But it was like a one in a lifetime experience, and we really dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
And then we get back to the hotel, and guess what?
I brought a waterproof phone case.
She had a damn waterproof phone case in her luggage the whole time and didn't bring it to the snorkeling or the cenote.
But that lady said her phone was tripping. It was full of water. We did have a lady that was on our excursion tour group, whatever. They were from Belgium, England. I don't know. The little girls sounded like characters from Peppa Pig. But anyway, she had her phone, and she had one of those like cheap waterproof cases like I had. She took pictures of the sea turtles. I finally built up the courage to ask her to take a picture of us at the cenote. And she texted me the photos, and I was like, hey, if you have any pictures of the sea turtles, like we want to add those to our vlog for this trip. And she never sent them. But it's fine.
But yeah, the cenote, I'm going to rip some videos from online to show y'all what it was like. And this is 100% accurate. Like, it looks just like this. If y'all ever seen it in the movies, it looks like that. It is no cap.
For anybody who watches The Bachelor, it's like that. But this one was underground. It was an underground cave. We jumped in, and the
water was froze.
Was freezing.
Froze.
It was like 68 degrees or something like that. Fresh water. So we had to, both before we got in the ocean to snorkel with the sea turtles and to swim through the cenote, we had to take like a shower. And then you couldn't have on any sunscreen or anything.
It sounds weird when you say it right now, but it's like an outdoor shower, and it's not what you think.
Yeah, like a little rinse off. And I forgot what I was saying.
Moral of the story is the cenote was the best part. I think this clip is like 8 minutes long, and the video is already like an hour. So wrap it up in one more quote.
We got to see bats that were in little congregations in.
It was kind of freaking scary.
The ceiling of all of the little icicle things that were coming down.
And it's pitch black.
Our sexy tour guide had to take a flashlight to show us things because you couldn't see anything
at all.
And yeah, so it was fun.
But like I said, I'm gonna rip some clips and I'm gonna insert them here for y'all to understand.
With over 6,000 cenotes throughout the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico holds one of the crown jewels of natural geography. Cenotes are collapsed tunnel systems created during the Ice Age, but are now filled with suckling fishes, unique rock formations, and some of the clearest water you'll ever find. But
to overall wrap up the whole experience and the price, and if the resort was worth it, I give it a 6.7 out of 10.
That's a little shallow. I'll give it like a 7.5 out of 10.
It was like 8 points off.
It was really hot because of the humidity.
It's really humid. It wasn't so much hot. It's just you step outside.
That's what I said. It was really hot because of the humidity.
No, I said it wasn't hot. It was just humid as hell.
So you walked outside, you're instantly like sweaty. I tried to do hair and makeup, trying to look cute for dinner and all the things, and that happened once, and my hair was tied up halfway through the dinner.
And she had to bring that fan.
My makeup fan turned into an everywhere fan. The room was nice. The AC was on 68 the entire time because it was so hot outside, and that was like as soon as you walked in, it was a breath of fresh air. All of the people were friendly.
Again, but they trying to get tip money too.
We tipped here and there.
Everything is overpriced though. Like if you buying something or taking something home, she bought a shirt. How much was the shirt?
$34.
And then any type of medicine that you buying?
I forgot to pack soap, and
Oh
I
my
have
God.
really sensitive skin.
Oh my
and
God.
so the small bottle of Dove at the airport, probably like this big, $15. And then a bar of soap at the resort store was $8. The Pepto was like $19.
And the other pill.
And
was,
and we bought the magnets as like souvenirs.
Oh, yeah, souvenirs.
They didn't have plastic bags, so she forced us to buy this like straw
It's sitting right
bag.
there.
And she was like, "Oh, I don't have bags, but this is $9." And I was like, "No, I'll
Yeah.
carry my stuff." And she was like, "Oh, okay, well, I can give it to you for $4." And I was like, "Fine, we'll just add it to the souvenir." But it was
she-
nice to not have to pay every single time you ate. But we, paid for it in advance, so does it really
6.7,
cancel?
7.5.
7.5.
Would I do it again? Probably not, bro.
It was an experience. So
I probably would do like
at a shorter time frame. I think 5 days was too long. I think we would have been okay with like 3.
I probably would experience the downtown Tulum area in like an Airbnb over paying racks to go back to a resort.
We're not going back to Mexico. Those men were driving around with guns on their waist, hanging
Oh.
out of a truck. So no.
Okay, that's a wrap.